Now then, so a couple of different things at the beginning of this video. I want to talk about some possible like upcoming changes to the channel and that kind of thing. Talk about like memberships and doing non-Gwent things, streaming schedules, all that kind of stuff. And I would really like all of your input in this because I'm producing content for you all, and I'd like to have a good feel for like what you were all looking for rather than just play it by ear. Better to get some input. However, if you're just here for the games and that kind of thing, it's all time stamped. If you literally look at the scroll bar, you'll be able to click to the bit you want, bit where I talk about the deck, and then the game at the end. So I won't go on too long before I get into all the stuff because there's a few things I want to talk about. So I put out a poll recently saying I basically want to do a few more variety things, and I wasn't too sure how we wanted to do this. I put out a poll, sort of saying like what kind of things would you want to see, and current front runner is I hate this going to be this because it's going to be pain, but it is doing Souls and Bloodborne. I've played like a little bit of Dark Souls 2, maybe like 10 hours, but never really got into them. So I would definitely do some content of that because I think that would be a good laugh because I'm typically very bad at games like that, so you can see me mess that up a little bit. And I was kind of considering how to do it because if I'm gonna do it, do I do it as like a stream? But then that means uploading just raw footage, and I will get into all like the annoying things in the background with like YouTube's algorithm and stuff. But basically, it would more or less kill my channel if I just put up like raw stream, like 2 hour streams or whatever. So I think what I'm thinking with like the variety stuff is I'll keep the normal stuff, like all the Gwent stuff, standard, it'll just be watchable. And I may stream the sort of variety stuff either over on Twitch or do it on YouTube, either or, and then I'll sort of save the full video and have it under the member section as you can watch it on the member. If you don't catch the stream, it's there. To access the member stuff, I've set it as cheap as possible. It's 99p to get access to, and I mean, if you literally want to spend 99p and download them all and watch them whenever you like, that's totally fine. But unfortunately, pouring out all that content would literally kill the channel. So that's what I was thinking. It may be a sort of thing of after I've done like a few streams, maybe on the main channel, do like a bit of a highlights kind of compilation-y kind of thing, but it's not really feasible to put the whole gameplay up. So yeah, I think that's where I'm falling on that stuff. But again, give me your input and your thoughts on that kind of thing. Um, and the other stuff is like schedule and stuff. In terms of the videos, I think I've hit a nice balance like for myself with like recording and things like that. That I do a video Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. So typically that's like I have a day on recording, day off, and then like a what's it called, like a 2 day kind of period to record for the Sunday video. I feel like that's hit quite a nice balance for me. Because your boy's still working full time, no escape from that life. So I can't exactly do like a video every day as much as I would like to do. 4 hour streams a day and put out a video every day. That's not really feasible when I'm working full time. Um, so I really just wanted some input on how you all kind of feel about that. Whether that's the schedule you like. There'll be a poll. I'm going to literally have that posted up for when this video goes out, and there's a link below if you could just put your thoughts on that. Because basically, what I'm considering is, do I stick to 3 videos? Do you want to see more videos? Because I would kind of be open to doing 4 a week, or at least try it out, see how that sits for me. Whether we drop to 2 videos and like a stream every week, or we do like 3 videos and have like two like these kind of style of videos, and then one being games from the streams. Just kind of combinations of that, whether to involve like streaming in the schedule, drop the amount of videos, increase the amount of videos, different kind of stuff. I'm just kind of looking for some input on that more than anything. And the last thing is, still going on with the membership stuff. I greatly appreciate others that have got involved. And as I mentioned, I set the like lowest price possible. I've set there's like higher tiers if you want to get involved in some of the different perk things like coaching and like game reviews and all those kind of things. They're at a higher price point, but just the entry level get access to all the member stuff is as low as I could set it, which is 99p. Um, and I'm just trying to bulk that out a little bit, give you some more perks, and it depends what you all want to see, what things you're kind of interested in, whether you want to see, I don't know, like member only streams or like behind the scenes stuff, more IRL stuff. I don't really know. Again, that's the thing of let me know what you're looking for, and I can cater as best I can. So I've actually got through that stuff a lot quicker than I thought I would, which is just easy for you all. Now we'll go on to the game stuff. You can stew on what I've said. Greatly appreciated if you could just vote on the poll that I've linked below. And yeah, onto this deck. So we're in an era where the three decks on ladder are basically monsters, Syndicate with bounties, and Nilfgaard, assimilate, control kind of stuff. So I'm just going unitless. A lot of people think it's toxic, and quite frankly, I don't care because I absolutely love playing unitless. I think a lot of people see it as quite. I think it's quite brain dead, but I think it's one of these kind of decks where it's easy to learn, hard to master kind of things. You need to know what you can afford to commit in different matchups and how you need to play them and all those kind of things. And I've found a fair bit of success against it because Nilfgaard really struggles against this kind of list. Bounties, provided you get last say, bounties basically can't win against this list. And monsters, you can typically like delay their Sabbath massively delay their Sabbath. Keep units off the board. And there's literally been games where in a 7-card round 3, I've managed to stop them having Sabbath for the whole game. For the whole of that round, sorry, never managed to get Sabbath active. So there's a lot of potential for dealing with the meta right now, and I think the Scoia'tael deck is actually quite good, but it doesn't really play into the way that I typically play games, so it just wasn't doing that well for me. I think it just my mentality when I play the game just doesn't line up with Scoia'tael, so I wasn't doing too great with that. So switch to the ultra reliable of unitless. And so what we sort of have going on in terms of the list is we're basically running a lot of the standard stuff. The Mad Oak, the Gord, the Sabertooth, the Karathi, the Forest Protector, Sinless, all that kind of stuff. The weird kind of stuff is probably all God, and this was kind of because in this like sort of slot, there's a lot of flexibility. You could run another toll removal in the form of like a vanilla Geralt. You could free up a provision somewhere, get a Geralt professional in. You could put in a Chris telekinesis, for example, get another bomb or something like that to pull out Maddock again. That would also be very viable. But I've just been giving all God a go because you can boost up your Sentinels, you can boost up your uninteractive stuff, you can boost up your God. Just don't boost up Sabertooth because it loses it every time it transforms. And another weird one in there is Milver. And this is something I was kind of experimenting with because the 3 for 7, but it's got immunity, so that's already naturally add some value to the deck. You don't have to play too much for this to be pretty reasonable inclusion. You can play this as comes down to 3. Say you play the Sentinel from your leader, God, as a synthesis, and like a Forest Protector. That's 4 units down. It's a 7 for 7 with immunity. So it's really not too bad. It's really just that another unit, which also allows us to avoid any interactivity. And when you consider synthesis is pretty good as an 8 for 9 with immunity, a 6/7 or 7 with immunity is also pretty good. So yeah, I'll go into the games. I think it's kind of one of those decks where it does really well at the moment in the meta. A shift in the meta could make it borderline unplayable, but right now it's doing pretty good. So I'll go into the games, and again, if you could like comment some stuff, just give me ideas of what you're kind of looking for. Really looking for some input, and if you could get involved in that poll, let me know the kind of content you're looking for. That would be greatly appreciated. And I almost forgot to mention, I have done a version of this list with Shiru, and I think that's again meta dependent. You can run this list instead. But yeah, enough rambling. I'll go into the video. All right. It was always gonna be, wasn't it? Always gonna be. But I think this is just gonna be one game and out. Play this one out, and then we'll dip. Simless is pretty useless. So we kick that. Yeah, we end up with a brick. A little bit sad. Little bit sad. We're probably gonna need Sabertooth, I think, this round. Luckily, we're not on blue coin. I think we just lose on blue coin, to be fair, because they can just pressure and win the round easy. You, I don't mind though. Don't mind you at all. Right, so yeah, we'll pull the Sabertooth. The main reason being they want to stack the rows, so making a bomb's kind of 3 points. Kind of 3 points. That's a bit stinky though. Don't know why I picked making a bomb. Should have just gone for Ethereum or something like that. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We did actually have Banish Bomb for that, which would have been pretty nice. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't particularly like playing Simless. Mainly because this is our reach to just absolutely swipe out a She Who Knows. Okay. Don't know why I clicked that. Right now anyway. Because what we can look to do is, like, next time Moon does something, if they play She Who Knows, just Simless, pop that off the board. Don't particularly want to use on my leader, considering we have Sentinel in hand. But you know, we'll see. UBS is fine. UBS is absolutely fine. So let's say we play this and they pass. We can go Moondust for a 7, and then we gain 2, so we have 9, 20. We'd need 19 more. You plays a 12. It's so dangerous not to pass here. Yeah, we just got to pass, because we just don't have the 2-card reach. Do not have the 2-card reach. This is fun. Relics just pump out points like nobody's business, don't they? What's that? They committed a 6 provision and 2 7s, and that's about it. And they just completely dominated us. And we haven't exactly drawn well, have we? Not exactly drawn well. Alright, that's better again. Sentinel just sat in hand. It's not good. Our one redeeming thing is we can actually deal with a She Who Knows if that's what they're going for. Even if they're like Cave Troll, we have Moondust just to purify that away. We have Krathy for anything massively scary. If we see a dry pass, we can just go all God and Pyrotech. I was going to talk about Mill for a bit. I've kind of found this card is like really good, to be fair. Like really good. In that, even in like a round 3 where you basically want to play like no units, I have to say you don't want to play anything but like the absolute unitless stuff. So you want to play Synthesis, Gord, your leader, and forest protector. So you just do those. That's 4 units. Milva just straight away is a 7 for 7 with immunity, which in terms of point evaluation is better than synthesis. I think it belongs in the list. Without a shadow of a doubt, it belongs in the list. Alright, so we'll play Pyrotech, and see what happens here. I mean, that's fine, because it gives us removal. Or chance at removal, at least. It is really slow to do this. We'd actually have to go... I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. But it is what it is. And yet again, Madhawk spawns on the wrong row. We still have Simless at least. Simless gives us a fair bit of reach at least. I just don't want him to bleed too far. I want to be able to like sneak in an All God onto like a Sentinel, Synthesis, Vector. Would be pretty ideal, but I just don't think we're going to get the time. Wow. Oh, we are. Cool. Cool. It does mean we'll probably need to play Sinless if we want to get ahead. What are the other options? So All God puts us to 9. That's not good enough. God isn't good. Do not want to use Karathi. Simless is excessive. Moondust isn't enough. Sentinel we can ping. That plays the 6 and a ping. It's, the only viable ones are Simless and Karathi. I think for that reason we just go for you two. It's not an ideal use, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Makes our next draws a little better at least. Removes 2 bricks. I guess it's not terrible, but could definitely be better. Could definitely be better. That's good the draws as well. Holy shit. That is some bottom 4, isn't it? So I reckon it's Squirrel. So we did have the option to, you know, go for Squirrel and get rid of like Gankian, but not for me. Not for me. I mean, All God still gets some value onto the Sentinels. No. 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 I don't think it's a heat wave. Again, we'll hold off on that one. Alright, let's just clear up the board. Oh god, looking very sad, but we can't let that Idoran live. If that Idoran lives, it's game over. We can deal with... we have the removal for a spawn Bloody Mistress with, you know, one of the bombs because it's only like a 1-point card. We can deal with the actual Bloody Mistress with Karathi. We probably keep Sabbath right down for quite a while, probably delay it quite a bit. We may struggle a little bit against Witch Apprentice, but considering the current board state, that'll be quite a while. It's looking okay. It's looking okay. Obviously, they can put out a huge amount of points, so it's a little bit sad. But we can at least make it very awkward very quickly. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. I almost kind of wanted it on the range road, to be fair. Just so we have that reach for like making a bomb. Yeah, we'll see what they choose to do. I'm a big fan of these, by the way. A little fiddly things, because I'm a nail biter sometimes. It's really bad. But Ronda got me these, just something to like squeeze on, something to fiddle with. But we don't have to worry about you right now. This is probably where we play All God, just because we have a second to breathe. Is it though? Now I'm thinking about it, that's a bad idea, right? Granthea into what's her name? Mamuna is like a 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 10, 16, 23. No, we can still do this. That's fine. The value. The absolute value. But it is what it is. There wasn't really anything we could do about that, to be honest. Gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta do what you gotta do. But as I say, you know, they're probably gonna... Yeah, they'll pull a Mamuna here. Cool. Okay. Road placement's fun, right? Yeah, there's your Sabbath. And there goes your Sabbath. It's all fun and games, isn't it? So they have another Mamuna coming for a selfie, but it's way too late for a selfie. So what's that? Muna, Bloody Mistress, something. An era. Oh. I will actually trigger this just to take out the fruits. Oh, take you out. Oh. Getting lucky on some of these, aren't we? I mean, I don't think we win. There's another Mamuna coming for quite a bit from Gankian. Depends if they get a bit impatient and think they can't do it. Yeah, looks like they are. Getting impatient. Oh wait, I forgot it works like that. I forgot it works like that. Okay, we just lose this. It's whatever. It's monsters. Arguably, like, relics alone is kind of the reason why I've more or less given up on top 500. I'm like, I can't put myself through this. I literally can't put myself through this. Because it's like, I got lucky on some of the things. I feel like I played it pretty well. I was still down by like 14 with hard to come from them. And what's that? I was going to say they were in an ad or something. But yeah, like, I literally got my relics, my like monster score up to like 2500 in about 20 games. And I was just like, this is stupid. Because I had a check and I won like 16 out of 18. I went 16 and 2 with relics, which shouldn't be happening, should it really? No deck should be doing that well. So yeah, I think I've definitely been playing less Gwent because of it. And that's why I've been thinking about doing variety stuff, because I think Meta's in a fun place, right? Meta's in a very fun place, and if there's leaked patch notes or anything to go by, it's going to be the same again next month. So that's very fun. Maybe I think, right, I'll put this out there. If the meta's the same as it is this season, next season, which I suspect it will, if there's leaked patches or anything to go by, I will probably be dropping the amount of videos to maybe like 2, and just streaming. But as I said, there's the poll below. Let me know what you're thinking. There's plenty of stuff I play, plenty of things we can do. And if you'd rather see some live streams rather than just videos, we can do something like that. So I'll leave it there, and thanks for watching.